What Bill Burr quote to use to start this review? There's so many good ones. Let's just go with the old standby.
Shut up!
Perfect. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for The Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 7. It is called Chapter 15, The Believer. When we last left things off, Moff Gideon basically proved that he's just a very bad man at everything he does by kidnapping Baby Yoda and now has him as his prisoner. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Grogu. Still getting used to it, folks. So the triple threat of Mando, Boba Fett, and Fennec search out for their New Republic connection, Cara Dune, to break out a New Republic prisoner, Mayfield, played by Bill Burr. And so the five-man squad have really two options: form a faction in a wrestling promotion, or try and move against the Empire. They choose to do the latter. There's an Empire base on the planet Morak, and so Mando and Mayfield impersonate Imperial guards to try and get into their database and find the whereabouts of Moff Gideon. Whether you like or dislike this episode is really all dependent on your tolerance for Bill Burr, because, well, he really only has one gear, and that is, well, masshole. I know some people who are not really privy to Bill Burr, and that's totally fine. I personally think he's one of the funniest men in America, and was one of the highlights of this episode. Not only does Bill Burr have a unique charm that he brings to about 90% of his movie/TV roles, but in this episode, he actually has some very underrated moments of character. Near the middle of the episode, he and Mando are in this truck and they're driving this shipment of a very volatile substance into the base at Morak. And they're just chewing the fat, and then the conversation turns to the Mandalorian Code. And I won't recap the whole conversation, but basically Mayfield says, "So your whole thing is that you don't take off your helmet, yet you just took off your helmet now to impersonate the guard." Which raises a very valid point, and Mando just kind of sits there like he doesn't know what to say. Like, Mayfield brings up some very good points. And then when they're finally doing the mission, Mando has to go in there and access the database himself because Mayfield could potentially be recognized by one of the Imperial officers, who's played by Richard Brake, by the way. Mando has to take off his helmet and expose his face, which is only the second time that he has done that. The other time was the season finale of Season 1. I've noticed that throughout the season, Mando is kinda, a little bit at a time, reached out of his comfort zone a little bit. He has taken off his helmet. He's been a little more liberal with who he touches his face and lifts his helmet for. He shows active compassion for Grogu, despite the fact that literally throughout the entirety of Season 1 and about half of Season 2, he was like, "It is my mission, it is my charge." You know, that's where it begins and ends for him. But he's starting to grow a heart. This episode was directed by Rick Famuyiwa. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. Me and names just don't really go well together. But he did direct Chapters 2 and 6 in Season 1. And those episodes were pretty dang good. And yeah, so was this episode as well. It seems like the pattern for most of these episodes is the odd numbers are more side quest stuff, and the even numbers are more main story stuff. Well, in the case of Chapter 15, it is a bit of a side quest, but there is enough of main story stuff to make sure everything moves along. And now, since we only have one episode left to go before Season 2 ends, I'm thinking that the last episode is just going to be an all-out fight on an Imperial cruiser. And I'm here for it. And at the end of the day, is Chapter 15 my favorite episode of the season? No, I don't think so, but I definitely think it is above average. I'll have to do a concrete ranking at the end of the season. But that is all from me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I do want to apologize because I was supposed to release my video for West Side Story on Friday, but that turns out that didn't happen. It was because real life got in the way and just stuff that I really couldn't control. But on Sunday, my West Side Story video will be up. And then the rest of this coming week, well, it's just going to be dominated by reviews of movies from the 1970s. On Monday, it's going to be all about Taxi Driver. On Wednesday, it's going to be The Deer Hunter. And then Friday is going to be MASH. So be sure to look forward to those. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way, when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know. My name is Ryan Cam, and this is The Way.